Empty your mind. 3 simple words. Yet they carry the weight of lifetimes. Let me take you back to a small temple nestled in the hills of ancient Japan. There lived a Zen master, respected not for his wealth or power, but for his peace. His presence alone calmed the air. One day, a university professor, intelligent, educated, proud, visited the master, eager to learn about Zen. They sat together in silence. The master quietly prepared tea. The professor began to speak, and he didn't stop. He spoke of books he'd read, philosophies he'd mastered, ideas he'd formed. He wanted to show the master how much he already knew. The Zen master said nothing. He simply poured tea. The cup filled. Then it overflowed. And still, the master poured. Tea ran over the cup, onto the table, and into the professor's lap. Startled, the professor shouted, "It's full! It can't hold anymore." The master looked up and smiled. "And so are you. You are too full of your own opinions and knowledge. How can I teach you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" Section 1. The Lesson of the Empty Cup. This story is timeless. Not because it's ancient, but because it's true. Even today, we live in a world obsessed with more knowledge, more opinions, more content, more things. But rarely do we stop to ask, what do I truly need? Like the professor, we fill ourselves with so much. There's no space for wisdom to enter. Zen is not about adding, it's about subtracting, emptying, letting go, unlearning. Section 2, the water analogy. Think of your mind as a lake. When the surface is stormy, choppy, disturbed, you can't see the bottom. You can't see clearly. But when the water is still, it reflects everything. The sky, the trees, the truth. Only an empty, quiet mind can reflect the world as it really is. So the next time you're overwhelmed, stop. Ask, is this thought useful or just noise? Am I responding or just reacting? To empty the mind is not to erase it. It's to clear the fog so truth can be seen. Section 3. The bamboo teaches us in Zen. There is a saying, be like bamboo, empty yet strong. Bamboo bends in the wind but does not break. It grows tall but it is hollow inside. Why? Because its strength comes from its emptiness. The more rigid we are, the easier we snap. The more flexible we are, the more we can endure. To be empty is to be ready to grow, to listen, to learn. Empty your mind, and like bamboo, you will rise with grace. Section 4. The burden we carry. Imagine carrying a backpack every day. Now imagine adding a rock to it for every worry, every assumption, every fear. How far do you think you could walk? Not very, but this is what we do. Carry the past, the future, the judgment, the ego, until we're weighed down by what doesn't serve us. Zen teaches, let go or be dragged. Sometimes peace isn't something we find. It's something we create by letting go. Empty your mind of what you think should be, and you might see what actually is. Section 5. Ego, the loudest guest. The ego is like a guest at a party who won't stop talking. It always wants to be right. It always wants to be seen. It always wants to control. But in Zen, the path is not up. It's inward. The less you become, the more you are. Empty the need to impress. Empty the fear of failure. Empty the voice that says, I am not enough. Because you are. Not because of what you know or own or achieve, but because of what you are without all of that. Section 6. Practice how to empty your mind. You may be wondering, how do I actually empty my mind? Here are a few ways. 1. Breathe deeply. 1 breath. Right now. Feel it. Follow it. Everything else can wait. 2. Write it down. Journaling is a form of mental release. Empty your thoughts onto paper so they no longer weigh on you. 3. Be present. Look around. Hear the sounds. Feel your body. Notice how the present moment has no chaos until your thoughts bring it in. 4. Unclench your jaw, your shoulders, your mind. Tension is a form of mental noise. Let it soften. 5. Ask less. Observe more. Let life speak to you in silence. Section 7. Final reflections. We began with a simple story, a teacup, a Zen master, an overflowing mind. But now you see, it's more than a story, it's a mirror. Ask yourself, what beliefs am I clinging to? What emotions am I carrying that no longer serve me? Where in my life do I need to make space? Because the truth is this, you cannot receive with a closed hand, and you cannot grow with a crowded mind. So breathe, release, and remember, empty your mind, not to be nothing, but to become everything.